Hey everybody, gonna do a quick review on this awesome accessory pack that I got from Toys R Us. It's a NECA pack for Aliens, and while I'm not the hugest Aliens fan, this accessory pack is great for your other figures. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break it out real quick, and I'm gonna see if these scale well with your 1/12 figures, like your Marvel Legends or your Mezco figures, because that's mainly what I collect. All right, so I'm gonna zoom in on my LGV30. Blah. And you're going to see this is the Aliens 30th, like I said, the 30th anniversary U.S. Marine Corps Arsenal accessory set. You get a quick look at everything's in there. Sorry for my my lights glaring off the plastic, but once everything's out, you'll see it better. Got a bunch of guns, some effects, and these are what really stand out for you right here. This bad boy and this bad girl. These giant turrets would look like lockers on the side. Let's zoom out and have a look around the box. These are lockers on the side. Again, I'm not going to go too crazy because I'm not a huge Aliens fan. I'm not like, oh my god, I love Aliens. Just in my pants over this. Let's zoom in again. Alright. Here we go. Celebrate the 30th anniversary of Aliens with this Arsenal accessory set. Enhance your diorama and displays with this awesome collection. Exactly what I plan to do. Features flamethrower and flame, pulse rifle and muzzle flash, shotgun, pistol, dagger, ammo bag, helmet, lantern, and UA571C remote automated sentry system. So, your sentry systems, your freaking flamethrowers and pulse rifles. You're gonna need all this stuff. I actually have a desk I'm gonna dig up somewhere so I can throw everything on there and display it just like that. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause this bad boy real quick and break this bitch open. Alright, so I took a minute to set these up. I know I promised you a table, but I couldn't find it, so you'll have to forgive me. Alright, what we've got here is we have most of these accessories out and displayed with my Mezco Punishers, which are a 1/12 scale, so they're a little bit smaller than NECA, but I've always found that some of this stuff is interchangeable, especially the heads. NECA heads are a little larger than Marvel Legends heads, and they fit better on Mezco bodies, so if you ever try to do a swap out, that works pretty well. You may have to Dremel it though to fit on the pegs, but back to what we're saying here. We'll start here with the flamethrower. So this is the flamethrower and the flame accessory, which plugs in. It's a nice soft plastic. And it's got slots that are meant to hold it in there. So it's a pretty secure hold. The only thing is the plastic's soft, so it's a little warped when you get it out of the package, you know, which is fine. But then there's also no trigger finger here. I mean, no, there's a trigger finger there. There's no trigger here. So it's just kind of sitting in his hand. So you have to position it a little bit because it wants to just kind of rock around. Don't fall over. Next, you have the pulse rifle here. Not something Punisher would hold, but maybe with other figures. If you have a Marvel Legends figure, and he's got some crazy gun, or maybe like Deadpool, a pulse rifle's good. Also, these are always good to mod if you want to just paint them. They'll still look nice. And throw a little black wash on there, a little gunmetal or whatever. But that's it. Now the pulse rifle is a little translucent at the tip there. You can see right there, it's a little translucent, which is cool. And then it's painted white, and it of course looks like it's flown out of the gun, so it's a really nicely done effect. This does have a trigger finger, so it sits in there a little bit better, and it's got this strap, which is kind of, it's a soft plastic as well, but it looks like it's just kind of already meant to hold its shape, so maybe you could finagle it, hang it over someone's shoulder if they're not using it. Some other guns, more generic guns, something that's not so crazy futuristic. You have a small pistol here in Frank's hand, but it's a tiny little baby gun. Something you would see like maybe in a boot or somewhere smaller, or more suited for a female character, like the Black Widow always has small pistols. So if you have two of these, you would have guns for your Black Widow, Marvel Legends, because of course they give you figures without guns, which is awesome. And then this shotgun. It's a decent sized shotgun, not too much smaller than what you're already getting with like the PX Punisher. So of course, if you get this, you're going to get some nice regular guns. Flamethrower, pulse rifle, mini pistol, shotgun. Good. And then you got Sporty Frank over here walking down the catwalk with his satchel. This is good. You know, he can have bombs in there, anything you want, but you got your satchel, slings over. Again, it's a soft plastic material, kind of flexible. You can throw it over his shoulder. This is a lantern around his neck, and this is a helmet, which fits on there pretty well. So this is a Marine helmet. You can see it's got like the camera on the side and the back. So all these figures were designed to go with NECA Aliens Marines figures. because they've already got these helmets, and you would have seen some of these accessories already with those figures in those lines, but now you can get these without having to buy any of those figures, and I think they're really cool. And again, I think they scale very well. All right, so if you were going to add to one of your Punishers, or maybe just put in an armory, maybe not even use them, they would go very well for that. There's nothing that makes them look too crazy futuristic. Hell, they look more realistic than some of the weapons you're getting with Marvel Legends, like the guns that come with AIM soldiers or Hydra soldiers just look outlandish. So these are all very good weapons. You know, if you have a gun rack setup or whatnot, all this is good for your Punisher, especially if you only have a regular Punisher or a regular Deadpool for Marvel Legends or for Mezco or Deathstroke, and you want to add to their armory, this will go very nice. Or if you have a bunch of figures, like this guy was an army builder, unintentional, I guess, maybe, but when Demolition Man came out with Marvel Legends, this guy right here had to go in the DTOF and grab him, and everyone's going down. That's alright, they're about to get pulled. When this guy came out, he was an unintentional army builder, so you ended up getting a lot of this guy, and I think I've got, what have I got, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 of these. I got 8 of this guy, and he only has this little leg weapon there, and shotgun and his knife in the back, but these weapons could add some variety to it, you know, so everyone's not holding the same gun. And as you can see, his leg holster, you'll see a lot of people with leg holsters on their Mezco Punishers. That's where it came from. You know, some people just done blackwash on there, painted it black, and it fits right there. All right, so I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to show you the big piece that came with this, a very exciting one, the one that drew my eye the first time I saw it. So I'm going to pause this. All right, real quick, I'm just going to start with this Marvel Legend guy that I just showed you holding the weapon, and he holds it pretty well. His trigger finger slides into the trigger very well, and while the hands to Marvel Legends aren't as soft and pliable as the soft rubbery plastic used on Mezco, I was able to pry it open and fit it in there, so that looks really good on this guy. Not as easy to pose as Mezco, but still, you can get these figures in amazing poses, so they make a good army builder as a soldier. And the pulse rifle fits well, and I'm sure that the flamethrower would fit nicely too. Alright, now these bad boys are the first thing to catch your eye when you see these on the shelf. Amazing, a nice green with weathered looking material. Some writing on there. Let's see if we can get in there and see what this writing says. Focus. Work with me, baby. There we go. Here it says double delta PLB. I'm cheating, get close. Double delta PL base laser diode setting. So this is a laser diode setting, but you don't need to know it's a laser. You can just be like, that ain't a laser. Although it makes sense to be a laser, and it's got an energy pack coming from here, and it's shooting off lasers. Pew 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 pew, because it's the future. But if I didn't tell you that, you would know. Let's focus. Focus out. So there's the writing on there. And because it's green with the weathering, it's got basic military coloring. So you could just fit this in with anything. There's more writing on this side over here. Both of these are exactly the same, so you don't need to worry about what's on the other one. What's the other one say? Don't worry about it. This one says U.S. Marine something, 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 AMI 022. What is that? EIH, I guess. Yes. U.S. UMEIH. Up here it says weapon module. So this looks like a battery pack of some sort. I mean, nice soft cable. Who cares? If you want, you can just pop that out. It's not going to affect anything. It's going to ruin the figure for you. But if you want to display it with it, you can. You cannot. Whatever you want to do. But it still looks pretty cool. And what I've got it doing right now is I got it pointing at Superman. And you're like, why Superman? Because Mezco Superman came with bullet effects. So you're like, who's shooting at him? These idiots with their automated turrets. Or any figure in general could be shooting. It's just Superman comes with nice bullet effects. So, we'll zoom back in, you know, you're like, it's a losing battle, we're shooting at Superman, we'll never win. But you can see these in scale, you know, these are nicely sized figures. They look good next to the Marines, but they look a little better next to the smaller scale of the Mezco and the Marvel Legends. There's no articulation on these, but they're still a very nice, sturdy build. They don't swivel anywhere, the legs don't bend, but this is only $30 retail, so I don't expect any of that. It still looks amazing, and it's got some nice weight to it up here at the top part. the out of focus top part. There we go. You got your camera up there, your rounds here. So yeah, from this side, it does look like it has a feed. Maybe there's rounds and ammo canister. Writing up here, MK88. These just look really nice. So basically what I'm saying is, if you wanted to get these to display with your dioramas, go for it. I'll probably end up getting more of these in the future. All right, I mean, just because they look so nice. Superman, get out of here. Gonna throw my balsa wood table. I was making this for a Punisher display, but never really got around to finishing it, of course, because I don't have that kind of time. You also get these two computers. All right, you can't really see because my light's kind of drowning it out, but there's actually some data in there. Let's see if we can get really close without being drowned out by the light. There we go. Do your job, autofocus. Yeah. So there's some information on there. It's supposed to be like, oh, the light, it's too damn bright. There you go. It's like the information being fed to the guns, and this one's a different display. But they're both very nice. You don't have to. You could always display them like this and just assume like guys are doing information, or display them like this and assume guys are playing Battleship B9. Ah, you sunk my battleship. Whatever. You get this tiny little like you also get this tiny little baby knife here. In case you guys are going to do a street fight, or you got your Michael Jackson figure and you want to do Beat It. Alright, so we'll put Battleship over there. Put that there. Pry this from the cold dead fingers of this goon. The pulse rifle blast does fall out, but whatever, man. Once you get it set, it'll stay in. It only falls out when I'm like moving it or jostling the figure. So you get that there. You get my warped little flamethrower. Still a really nice piece that goes there. We're gonna hijack my last Punisher for his shoddy. And his baby gat. So that's pretty. Oh, wait. 3 more pieces I'm about to forget. Damn. Should have bought a bigger table. And you also get. Oh, man, I'm sitting here just adding things on. I'm like, this is actually pretty good value. This is a decent amount of stuff. Just alone, this pack looks like, you know, you're getting ready for war. You got your lantern. You got your helmets. If you're a Marine, or it could just, you know, have it as a display somewhere. It's like a fallen soldier. Maybe put this on a rifle for a display. And then you got lastly, your bag here. Let's see if I can just hang that off the edge of the table. So this is pretty cool. This is a lot of stuff you get for $30. This is a very, very decent amount of accessories. Very nicely done. You know, not too fragile. I don't feel like I'm going to break these super easily. Maybe if I'm not careful with the turrets, but just don't be a jerk. So yeah, I recommend getting this. Like I said, I may get more. Maybe at least one more to have more gun turrets. And then, of course, there's always the extras. You could paint these up. And just having them, just for all my army builders. Because I did pick up a couple of those Hydra 3 packs for the Marvel Legends. Alright. So yeah, like I said, I recommend getting this. Give it a shot. For $30, you can't really go wrong. And it is a very nice scale. Goes very well with your 1/12 scale figures. Like this guy here. See that? My dorky little table ain't looking so bad right now. Alright? Thumbs up of approval. Peace.